Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekend analysis this evening. I hope you're having a great weekend and you had a profitable week as well. So, today we're going to be going through our usual pairs as usual, starting with the dollar index, then following through the currencies, commodities, indices, then finally crypto. Crypto has a very interesting week this week. We're going to dive into that. But before that, I'd like to remind you that we have a promo running where you get 40% off on 25K, 50K, and 100K accounts with all models and drawdowns with the promo code PROFIT40. And this offer ends on the 20th of October at 11:59 CET. So make sure you take advantage of this offer before it ends. So, without further ado, let us dive right into our analysis this evening. So, starting off with the dollar index. So, the dollar index, we were looking for it to make a new high, which it didn't really get there. We're looking to come all the way up here, right above here, but we did really push that far up. But we still seem to be en route to that, as we just had like a pullback, and this pullback seemed to be like a way for us to actually come all the way up after this break of the trend line. So overall, it looks like we're going to be going all the way up, and we had a lot of head and shoulder patterns, whether it's on dollar, Swiss, dollar, yen, and everything like that. So, like, we have a head and shoulders pattern right here, and the completion is definitely coming all the way back up here to 100. So, dollar index is still going to 100. That is what we're currently anticipating and gonna continue seeing. Let's look at euro dollar. So euro dollar, same scenario. We literally are in a pullback right now, and we made like a double bottom here, double bottom. So this double bottom could actually be signifying a change of trend for the current time being, and we could be coming all the way up here before we actually even pull all the way down. So like right now, we could be seeing ourselves reach as close as 1.18. So we might be seeing ourselves reach as close as 1.18. So yeah, we might be seeing more further upside this coming week. But if not, then we could be having the same scenario with the dollar index coming all the way down to 1.1400. But before that actually occurs, we might actually be coming to 1.17800 before actually crashing all the way down here. So that is my anticipation on euro dollar. Then let's look at dollar yen. So dollar yen, right now it seems like it wants to fill up this gap because we managed to stretch all the way up to 153, getting close to 153,500, but we couldn't reach there. We immediately had a push back down here, started off the week with a gap to the upside, then we came down, filled the gap, and now it seems like we're coming down for this gap right here that was created a week ago, like 2 weeks ago. So it seems that's what we are aiming for currently. So that could be a possible scenario for next week as well. If not, then we could be seeing ourselves just looking to make new highs. But the market is always keen to gaps, especially big gaps like this, not these small ones. These are small gaps, but right here it's a big significant gap. So we might actually be wanting to fill this gap as soon as possible. So come next week, if we do go below this low, notice if we do go below this previous low right here around 149,500, then we could be seeing ourselves coming down into this gap area and feeling it all the way down to 147,500. So that is my anticipation on dollar yen for this coming week. Then let's look at pound yen. So same scenario with pound yen. We had this breakdown and everything. Let's actually remove all these drawings because they're not relevant right now. So same scenario of pound yen. If we do have the market break below here, so you're hearing this first right here. If we do make a new low below this previous low, then we could be seeing ourselves covering this whole gap for next week. So we could be seeing 19900. So let's keep an eye watch on that. And then dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican has been having gaps here and there, like for a week. Started off with a gap coming to the downside. We went all the way up, filled that gap, and right now we just seem to be moving sideways. But overall, for now, it seems like we might actually be pushing down here to 1830 for the remainder of the week. They may be bouncing from 1830, then coming all the way back up here to 1862 area, possibly even going higher. If NFP does come next week, then we could be even seeing ourselves come all the way up here to 1885. So let's keep an eye watch that. And let's look at CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, we had the consolidation, then we broke all the way down. So currently, we are still pushing for the longer term movement on CAD Swiss, but overall, this we have a trend line that is right here. We could be actually breaking right through. If we do have a break, then we could be seeing ourselves probably coming back into this resistance area around 57400. But if this break does not happen, then we could be seeing ourselves making even further new lows, even right below 059100. So that is actually another possibility with CAD Swiss. Then let's look at pound dollar. So pound dollar is in a very interesting situation. We had an head and shoulders here, pushed all the way down. And right now, I would say the trend line is broken from here to here. Like there are two trend lines. I would say right here, like those the inner and outer trend line. So both the inner and outer trend line have been broken. So what does this mean? Well, we were en route into the area around 135, 1.35. So this area is gonna be like nothing coming next week. We might actually be seeing ourselves even coming to 135, 300. So for next week, we could be coming, seeing ourselves all the way up here for the remainder of the week and continuing bullish on pound Swiss. And then longer term, we could be seeing also ourselves up back up here at 1.3700. So let's keep an eye watch on that. Then gold. So gold has had a very strong pullback than the usual pullbacks that it usually has. Because if we look back into history here, the only strongest pullback we ever had similar to this one was around here, where we had like a short-term downtrend. And then from there, we consolidated and moved all the way up. So after making this all-time high all the way from April 22nd, we have not had a strong pullback like we did this Friday. So this could actually be a sign of weakness since this has been the strongest pullback ever since. This was one which could have matched this one, but it wasn't really that strong enough. Friday's pullback was really, really, really strong. So, are we ready for the drop? Well, most probably. So, if the week comes in on gold, like if we do go right below 4,200 this coming week on gold, like once we just go right below this level, then we could be seeing some bearish momentum coming to the downside. What areas can we aim for? Well, we could be aiming for this resistance here, which can be created as support around 4,050. So this could be the first area we could be touching with gold. Then from there, we could be seeing even 3,875 around this area. This is another second area that we could be touching. So 3,875 and 4,050. So it's going to be the first area we could be touching. This could be a second area. From here, then we could be seeing maybe an area where gold can have some support. But also with NFP coming about, if it does come, we could actually be probably seeing even further strong dollar strength. Because even looking at the number of people who are buying are quite a lot compared to the people who are selling with the sentiment. We have 25% of people. So if we do come below 4,200, then we could be seeing further downside movement. If not, then we could be making new highs, even touching 4,400. So that is my anticipation on gold for this coming week. Then let's look at NAS 100. So NAS 100, we actually had a gap as well, starting off the week, but this gap hasn't been filled yet. So what does this mean? Well, this means that this is an opportunity to actually jump into the market and try and fill out this gap. So we could be looking to come all the way down to 24,000. That is an ideal level, very psychological. Can the gap be filled? Hell yes, possibly. It's a speculation, not 100%. So if we do not fill this gap by, let's say, probably Monday, but we need to look for some reason to actually go short. We can't just go short blindly over the fact that there's a gap here. So if maybe we might jump into a lower time frame, let's say the 15 minute. Yeah, probably the 15 minute. If maybe we do come just probably right below 24,800. This could be a good shorting area. Maybe with even a high stop loss right above 24,900. Then we aim to the downside, which we are looking for right here. So this could be an ideal entry point and exit point having to be above there. But if you are looking for more breathable room, the previous high could be where your stop loss could be. Entry could be just right below 24,800, then aiming for 24,000 flat. So that is what we can anticipate with NAS 100. Let's now go back to the 4 hour. Now, let's also look finally at the crypto market. So, the crypto market last week I talked about us coming all the way down here. So, that is where it seems we are en route to. But currently, we might be having some cool off, probably coming back into maybe 110,000. Then from there, that's where we could push all the way back down to 102,000. That's on Bitcoin. Then Ethereum, we have the same scenario. We're looking to come all the way down here, but this one might not even have some call off. Maybe just come in to Monday, Tuesday. We might actually be making a new low right below 2,700. Then we could be seeing ourselves back down at 3,400. So that is what I'm anticipating for this coming week. Thank you all for joining me today. And once more, don't forget we have Profit 40 coupon where you can get 40% off the 25K, 50K, and 100K accounts on all models and or drawdowns, valid till the 20th of October 2025 at 11:59 CET. So make sure you take advantage of this offer before it ends. So, done with that. I do hope you have a lovely and profitable week coming into this week, and make sure you use proper risk management as you go into this week, and happy trading.